What's up, guys? It's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity Buildit video, and today we're going to talk about canceling upgrade tasks. Why would you cancel them, and when is it appropriate to cancel them? So, first thing is upgrade tasks are premium tasks. However, okay, if you're a low level player and you're trying to camp, it's advised that you don't do upgrade tasks because you're camping, right? So you can't do them. However, you can have multiple upgrade tasks at a time. So there's certain times when you want to cancel them and other times when you don't. A regular residential upgrade can only be worth 2,400 points max, right? So all the other upgrades can be worth at least 3,000 points. If you have an upgrade task of a low point value, you're going to leave it alone. But if you are in a situation where you have like a 3K task being taken up by an upgrade, you have to cancel it because you can only have 2 3K tasks at any one time. Now, a 2,400 upgrade is going to be a little bit trickier. So I had a girl today and she has a regular upgrade of one house for 800 points. And then she had a upgrade 2 of this new house here, the old townhouse. And it was worth 2,400. And she's in a lower league. Okay. So we're pretending she's in Mega and we're just kind of trying to do a trial run. Now, I explained to her, I said, now, because you're in Mega and you have other point values that you can do and deal with, you're not even going to mess with this 2,400 task just yet. Okay, you're going to leave it sit. Now, because upgrade tasks can pop up in multiples, right? You can have like, fuck, I think CPT had 6 upgrade tasks last week. And it was one of like every house that he had unlocked, or it was something ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. And until it became a problem, like worth 3,000 points, we left it. We left it be. Now, again, every situation is different. You're going to have to analyze everything in your list, and every player is different. So, typically, people will do is they'll go from level 18 to level 20, right? And what they're doing is they're going up to level 20 so that they can unlock silver tokens, and then they're going to camp until they finish unlocking their rares. Now, because silver tokens, they've been able to ease some of those production assignments to get them done quicker, because the production assignments and the comm prep for a level 18 player is really difficult to keep up with, and it takes a lot of patience, to say the least, but it takes a lot of comm prep. Now, you can eliminate a lot of that comm prep by just going up by 2 levels, okay? Which isn't even going to fuck up your algorithm all that much, if at all, because you're unlocking ladders and smoothies, right? So, essentially, let's see here. I see some people asking, like, why is she canceling upgrade tasks or whatever? You don't want to go on a total fucking cancellation freak out and cancel all upgrades. That's not at all what you should do. Every situation is different, you guys. You're going to do the best that you can and try to keep it the very high point value ones. Cancel them only if they are keeping you from getting other high point tasks, okay? So if you have a 3,000 point airport, a 3,000 point upgrade, and it's the very end, like I said, I've always tell people to kind of set the scene, so to speak. So are we at the beginning of the contest? Are we in the Mega League? Are we at the end of the contest? Like, there's so much that factors in here. Let's say that we're at the end of the contest and you have a 3K upgrade upgrade Tokyo, okay? And you're like, well, you know what? Okay, I can't do an upgrade Tokyo. Let's just say you can't do it, right? You're camping and you can't do it. You only have one, and you don't have any other 3K upgrade task or any kind of task taken up at all, and you only have like 5 tasks left. Is it worth canceling? Absolutely not, right? Because you only have 5 tasks left. You still have 1 slot available where a 3K task could pop up. Why would you cancel a 3K upgrade when you only have 5 tasks left? You have the ability to get another 3K task. Why? You wouldn't. That's ridiculous. But if it's the beginning of the contest, right? Yeah, you're going to cancel it because you know that sometime between now and the next 70 assignments, you know that you're going to need to cancel it at some point, so it's better to get it out of the way sooner rather than later, right? So it really does depend a lot on setting the scene. You know, where you're at with the game, what you're able to do and what you're unable to do. You know, a monster for 2,500 versus, you know, a monster for 2,000 can mean a huge difference. But as far as upgrade tasks go, if you're camping low level and you're unable to do them, be very careful about when you cancel them because they're going to continue to pop up, right? Certain tasks can pop up in duplicates while others cannot. For example, if you have a monster task, you can only have 1 monster task. So if it's taken up of a 2,500 point value, you know if you can only have X amount of tasks worth somewhere in that points range, and one of them's being taken up by the monster, that's not good for you. But if it's being taken up of a lower point value, then that's better for you, right? Same thing with the upgrades. If you know that, okay, I got a 2,400 upgrade and a 3,000 upgrade and another 2,600 upgrade, you got a problem because now you got 3 upgrade tasks and they're all within the 2,500 range, right? But if you had 3 upgrade tasks and they were all low range, like low point value, you would want to leave them alone, right? You kind of see where I'm going with that? So it really depends on their points value and what's going on in your game. Now, let's say that you're able to actually do upgrade tasks for the time being. Which ones should you do and which ones shouldn't you do? Well, the highest point values, yes, would be the most logical, but you can't have a regular residential is never going to be worth 3,000 points. All the other ones can be, but not the regular residential. Well, and then you have these lovely new townhomes here, okay? And you got Omega, you got London, Paris, Latin, and then you got all the regionals. So you have quite a few variations of things that can pop up, especially the higher up you go. Now, depending on what level you are will depend on a lot of things, but you don't want to put yourself in a situation where okay, essentially anytime you cancel a task, you should use caution. Like, really think about it. Is it really worth canceling? So anytime you're going to cancel any task at all, okay, essentially what you're looking for is the canceling of the task outweighs you're trying to say, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to give up an entire task worth of points because this one particular task is going to keep me from being able to obtain more points later. So if I don't eliminate this one, it's going to cost me more later, right? So I can either take, if people always look at the points value when they're canceling the task, but what I don't mean what you think I mean by that. When they cancel a task and it's 3K, they look at it like they lost 3,000 points, right? But essentially, you lost one task, okay? So let's say that 3K is sitting there. Let's say you have 2 3K tasks sitting there that you cannot do, and you leave them sit there because you don't want to cancel them. So instead, you do 2 2,000 point tasks and you leave the 2 3K ones sit there. Essentially, now you just ended up with 4,000 points, right? Versus 6,000 points, which is what you would have had you done both of the 3Ks. So you got 2,000 points less, right? So would you rather have, at the end of your 10 tasks, let's just say you did 10 tasks, at a 2K average, that's 20,000 points, right? That means that you earned obviously you didn't earn 2K for every single task, because your tasks were of all different point values. What you're looking for here is the overall average that you earned for all the tasks that you did. Some of them could have been 3K, some of them could have been 1K, but you're going for an overall average. So for those of you who don't know how to get the average, that's how you get your average. You're going to take the total tasks that you've done, right? And you can get it many ways. You can take your total points earned and divide by tasks done to get your average. So let's say you've earned 20,000 points, okay? And you've done 10 tasks, right? So you can do 10 tasks times 2, so that'd be a 2K average, which would be 20,000 points, or you can divide it. It doesn't really matter. Either way, it's 2K average. So if you did 150,000 points and you divided it by 75 tasks, what is that? That's a 2K average. Okay, so look at it this way. 75 tasks times 2. Okay? 75 tasks times 2 is 150. That's 150,000. Same concept. So it doesn't matter if you had 10 3K tasks or, at the end of the day, all that matters is your average. Getting at least a 2K average is the minimum that you want to aim for. Anything above a 2K average is great. Okay? So people focus way too much on their 3K tasks, or trying to figure out, like, maybe they don't understand average or how to get their average, which, now that I think about it, I probably should do a video on that. But as far as house upgrades go, you can have way too many house upgrades, constantly cancel them. So the only time you're going to cancel them, only time ever, is if the points value is so high, like, 2,600, 2,400, whatever. And you have a situation where it's like, okay, by this sitting here taking up this high points value, it's really going to screw you later. Then you want to cancel. But if it's very, if it's very early on and it's a 3K upgrade, you need to cancel that immediately, right? Because you got to get that thing out the way. It cannot sit there all round, and there's no point in letting it sit there for 10 assignments when it could have not been sitting there, right? If it's a low point value, then of course you're going to leave it. So just try to do the best that you can with trial and error, and essentially not everybody's at the same point in the game as somebody else, right? So a lot of people will be doing, upgrade tasks or whatever. Let's say you're level 18 and you have all the way until just before level 19, right? Okay, so I had a guy come to me and tell me that if you only upgrade regular residential homes, which is what you should be doing if you're following my guide, right? And you do it all the way to level 18, and then all the way to level 9, just right before 19, one upgrade away from level 19, you can get a total of 40 regular residentials. That is what he claims. Now, I don't know this to be fact because I haven't done it, but he is a pretty reliable source, so I'm going to go ahead and say I do believe him, that would lead to 40 regular residential homes. That being said, if you're level 18, and you plan on utilizing those couple of upgrades between level 18 just before level 19, it would be advisable to not waste them in the league. Wait until you're in Mega if you wanted to do that, or let's say that you're going from level 18 to level 20 because you're going to utilize those silver tokens. It would be advisable to, again, wait till you're in a high level league. Don't waste them in the lower level leagues. Do not waste cash in the lower level leagues. You absolutely need to watch my com prep video. Okay, that's number one. That is extremely important. The entire video, not just parts of it. Before you attempt mega, there's a certain list of things that you need to have completed. Okay? That's in that video, and there are videos about that. Don't just watch 5 minutes of the video, assume that you know what I'm going to say, and then skip on, and then wonder why you're having a hard time. I don't talk for 45 minutes just to amuse my fucking self. I can tell you that. Okay, you guys. So, when it comes to house upgrades, again, if you need to repeat the video, right? Every single assignment choice is going to be different, and it's going to be based on your current situation. It's going to be based on the league that you're in, the level that you are, your plan, your current situation. What point in the contest are you in? Are you in the beginning? Are you in the end of the contest? Do you have tokens? Do you have the ability to do this task? Is the monster 3 days out? If you come to me and you say, yeah, Missy, I got a 2,500 point monster and he's 2 days away. Dude, you know what I mean? Like, you can't afford to sit there for 2 damn days. You gotta figure something else out, right? If you tell me, Missy, I have a land expansion task. Well, what's your point? What? Okay, so you got a land expansion task. You're going to do the land expansion, and you're going to get another land expansion within the next couple of assignments, almost guaranteed. And it's going to continue to pop up, and it's a non-premium. Now, it's worth, 2K, so it'll keep your 2K average. But if you get other points that are below 2K, it's going to lower your average, right? So you got to be very, very careful. And you got to play your cards right. All right.